Hello YouTube. Today is an update day, and also there's gonna be like three or four videos that are gonna get uploaded right after this, because there's lots and lots and lots of updates today. Anyway, okay, so first thing that happened that was kind of huge, well, I think you already know that I have a new rabbit. I don't remember if I told you I have a new rabbit. Yeah, it's a girl. It's a mini Rex, just like Mikaze was, but she's a different color, like a lot. Ooh, sorry. I accidentally poked her in the eye. Also, I bought a 50-gallon fish tank. And a new 10-gallon fish tank, because the old one, that's like older than me, is like falling apart and it needs to be resealed, but I don't feel like doing that right now, so I just kept it, and I'll do it later, and then I'll fill it up with like other fish. But okay, so I was gonna do the next video that I'm gonna upload after this is gonna be a video that's just about the fish tanks and what's in them and what's happened with them so far. Also, next update, I was gonna show you my hamster, but she suddenly died one day, like, and it was kind of really fucking random. Like, okay, so at 4 o'clock every morning she gets on her wheel and it was like normal, and she got on her wheel and it was fine at 4 o'clock. Then later when I woke up at like 8, there was no noise, and usually she's munching, so I went over there and she was just dead. And it was fucking weird, because her food was still full, which was weird, because that meant she didn't eat, and then her water was still half full, which means she hadn't drunk for the morning either, and that was kind of weird. And I thought, oh no, maybe she ran herself to death. And then I thought, no, because then she would still have been in the wheel, and she was in her sleepy spot where she goes to sleep. And usually she takes a nap after she gets in her wheel, and then she wakes up around the time I wake up and she noms. So I was confused. And it made me sad, but mostly made me confused, just because I was like, well, what the fuck happened? And then, so I got a new hamster, and she's running. And hopefully she doesn't randomly die all suddenly, like she did, without, like, reason or cause. And then, yeah, I'm on an exercise ball, I'm bouncing, sorry. I will attempt to refrain. Also, what else did I do? Oh yeah, so an overview of what's in the fish tanks. In the 50-gallon fish tank, there is a large Plecostomus that has grown like an inch since I bought it, and a Senegal Bechet, which is quite interesting. It is also known as a dinosaur eel, if you want to look that up. But Senegal Bechet, and I will link the Wikipedia page that says what that is in Dublin, because apparently not a lot of people know what it is. And I had to, because I bought one and he was fine, and then I thought, oh, you might be lonely because you're not going to be friends with the pleco, but maybe, I don't know. And then the next time I went to the pet store, because I was looking at like water conditioner and new tubing and stuff, I saw one that was all alone in the fish tank with the little catfish sharks, and he was rough looking. Like, the catfish were bullying the shit out of him and like ripping his fins off and stuff, and I was like, I want to buy that one right there so I could save it. And then I brought it home, and it was fine, and it was fine, and it was fine, and it was getting stronger, and it was like the one that I bought before was shy, and then this one wasn't shy, and he was getting all better. His fins were growing back, and then one day he was floating around the top of the fish tank, and I was like, what are you doing? And like, it was still alive, just floating around the top of the fish tank. And I looked all over online, and I couldn't find anything that fit what was going on with it. And then when I got home from work that day, he was dead, and I was like, what the fuck? So 2 animals have just randomly, what the fuck, on me died, and I was like, what? Okay. And then in the other tank, there's 4 loaches. I don't think you'll be able to see those unless I turn the light off for a couple of hours, and then if I film them while the light's off, you still might not see them. So if they decide one day that they want to come out in the light, then I'll hurry up and put the camera on and you can see it. But for now, I'll just do the 50-gallon, everyone who's out and about, because everyone's pretty much out and about in there. Because the one that died, its name was Pinkie Pie, and it took over the Patron bottle in there that's supposed to be their little cave, and no one's so far decided that they wanted to claim the wine bottle, so I don't know. And then Fluttershy, who is the other one who's tan, because Pinkie Pie was silver, yeah, hasn't even claimed any of the caves. Like, he used to claim this little shell that I had leaned up against the rock on it, like randomly when I put it together, that I didn't even think of, and it was his cave underneath his favorite plant, because I've got like 4 or 5 plants in there, And then one day it got knocked over by the pleco being an asshole, and then he was just all sad and he never did it. So I tried to rebuild it, but then he didn't ever want it again, and I felt kind of bad. But yeah, so that's gonna be, I think that's all my updates, and that's probably gonna be the end of this video, and then I will get right to making the fish tank video, and then after that I'll make my plant video, because I am planting a lot of things this growing season, and I also plan to make several hybrids if anyone wants any, if they grow. Like, I'll dry the seeds out, put them in the refrigerator for a couple of days, and then as soon as they're ready for me to try and sprout them, I'll try and sprout them and see if they're even viable, and if they are, I will send them out if anyone wants some, because I thought that would be quite interesting. Also, if anyone has any seeds, I really want some. Like, I want some scorpion peppers or something, like something that's super, super, super hot, or something that's super cool looking. Anything. And any kind of really, 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 really cool heirloom tomatoes I want. And then a bunch of other stuff. That's gonna have to be a different video. This is getting long. So I will see you, well, you won't see me, or I won't see you in the fish tank video next. Bye.